How are you today? Hope everyone is okay today. My name is Silvana from Akashic Awakening, and I have a quote. Hope you understand everything I say. Excuse me. So today I would like to talk about the emotional environment where we live. Okay? Because this is something is so important. It's not only at home, sometimes it's at work also. There's an emotion that we have in every place that we are, especially home, or it can be also at work. And how this the emotional environment affects our lives. Well, it affects a lot our life, not only during the time that you live in that place, but the rest of your life, because it can affect the rest of your life. Okay. For example, if you live in a house, in a home where you argue a lot with your partner, or when you were a child or teenager, you used to argue a lot with your parents. It can be in any place, or if you are in a job where you argue a lot with your boss, or I don't know, just you have problems all the time with your boss. Leaving the place, running away from the place is only a physical distance, okay? And that doesn't sort out the problem, because wherever you go, even if it is 1,000 miles away or 10,000 miles away from the place, there's a lot of people that think that leaving the home where they suffer, or where they are very hurt emotionally, they think that just leaving the place is going to help them to release the problem. The problem is going to disappear, and it's not like that. It's not like that. The first thing that you have to do is find the emotional distance with the problem, or with this person that you argue all the time. Okay? So you have to find the way to get this emotional distance. Once you get the emotional distance with the person, you can only do it when you are with the person. Then you can go, and the following step could be the physical distance. But if you leave the place, excuse me, if you leave the place, being still hurt emotionally, that hurt is going to be with you the rest of your life. It's not going to be healed just because you run away. Okay? So this is the important thing. I'm going to explain how you can do this, but first of all, you have to create the emotional distance while you are with the person, and then you can run away and go and just get the physical distance. Okay? So to be able to put this emotional distance with that person that you think that is hurting you, the first thing that you have to do is understand the person, understand their position, is understanding that whatever the other person is blaming you for, or whatever the other person is trying to to make you feel guilty for, is because it's the problem that the other person has with himself or herself, and it's not you. And you have to understand that it's not the other person who is hurting me, but it's me that I'm allowing the other person to hurt me. I am allowing myself to be hurt. Hope you understand what I mean. So when you understand that if the other person starts arguing all the time, try to find ways to blame you, to criticize you, to let you down, I don't know, whatever that you think that the other person is doing to you, you have to understand that it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's a problem that the other person has, and it's a problem that the other person has to sort out. So when you learn to put this wall, and you learn to stop allowing whatever it is to hurt you, you are creating the emotional distance. And you start living in a totally different way. Peace starts coming to you. And you can feel that every time that the other person starts an arguing or says something to hurt you, or because sometimes the other person is just happy to do that. They think that they feel that they feed themselves trying to push you down or trying to make you feel less, or you know what I mean. So it's a problem that the other person has, and it's not you. It's not you. So when you learn to put this distance, this emotional distance, first of all, you will stop feeling hurt. Secondly, you will see that your mind is so clear. I mean, you can think in such a clear way that you will start behaving towards the other person differently. So when you understand that the other person has a problem and not you, just spontaneously, in a way, you will start helping the other person. You will start helping the other to see himself or herself. With the parents, it's a bit more difficult because we live in a society that we think that parents are in a higher hierarchy than us. Okay, it's like they put the rules, they say what we have to do, but this is a belief of the society. It is not like that. Parents should treat children as adults. I mean, as people, because that's what they are. Children are also people. So parents should try to treat children in the same way they would like to be treated. Okay, so this belief of that the parents are in a higher hierarchy make us difficult, or children. It is much more difficult for children to face or confront their parents. Okay, with something that they don't agree or whatever that they want to talk about. So most of the time children are afraid of talking. But when those children become adults, you can still talk to your parents, and you can put down those structures that we have about our parents and those beliefs that we have about our parents and all the rules. You can get rid of all the rules and really sit your parents in front of you and talk to them, and talk to everything that hurt you when you were a child or a teenager. Okay, or even nowadays you can also talk to your parents and say whatever that still hurts you, that they're still doing and it still hurts you. So when you learn to create this emotional distance, your relationships are going to change. All your relationships change, because you start seeing that whatever that the other person says to you, or whatever the other person does to start a fight or to start arguing, or it's a problem that the other person has, and it's not yours. It's not your problem. You can also be on the other side. You can also be the person that starts the arguments, or you can be the person that likes criticizing the other one, your partner or your siblings. Sometimes in between siblings there's a lot of bullying. It could be you who starts always the fight or starts the arguments. So in that case, you have to see yourself, you have to observe yourself and ask yourself why I do this, why I always try to fight, why I'm always arguing or criticize people, or why I talk about people negatively. Why this is happening to me? What is what I have to heal from about myself, right? So when you create this emotional distance, that you have to do it when you are with the person, you are ready to get the physical distance. When you leave the person, or when you leave this environment, work or home or whatever, you will be at peace. You are not taking that hurt with you. It's not going with you for the rest of your life, because the only way to get rid of that emotional hurt is being with the person. It's being with the person, okay? So, for our mind, our emotional environment affects our whole biology. And this means that instead of rejecting a situation, even if it is hard or difficult to live in, instead of rejecting the situation that you're living or the experience that you're living, try to observe it and find a way to learn from that situation. So instead of blocking yourself and think, I don't want to live this, I don't want to live this, I don't want to be in this situation, you reject it all the time. Instead of doing that, try to observe, try to see it as a movie, that you are watching a movie, and observe the situation and ask yourself, what is what I have to learn from this situation? When you do that, you change the perception of the situation. You change your own perception. And how do you do that? You have to pay a lot of attention to your thoughts, to the thoughts that you have about the situation, okay? So when you change the perception, in fact, the perception is not reality, it's the perception that you create from a projection of your own programs that you carry with yourself. So you know that we have programs in our mind that come with us for all our lives, okay? So we have this program and we project those programs into our reality, okay? We project those programs, and we have certain perceptions of the reality. So for every single person, the perception is different because it's related to their own programs. So when you change your perceptions, in a way, you are trying to control or to change your programs, which is good, because that's all we need. We need to get rid of our programs. So when you do that, you stop this negativity coming to your mind, and you stop that negative thoughts going into your biology. That means that you will stop having any physical symptoms, okay? Because all this negativity that is created, that the perception that you have about the situation goes straight to your biology, and it causes physical symptoms, okay? You get sick, you get ill, okay? So the physical symptom is direct related to the perception, and the perception is like the daughter of the projection, and the projection comes from our beliefs. And we live and receive and experience life upon those beliefs. We live our lives on those beliefs. So whatever your beliefs are affecting the way that you see life, are affecting the way that you see the situations, of the negative situation, bad situations in your life, they are affected by the way that you think, the way that you believe. And the only thing that we can change are our beliefs. We can change our beliefs. So if you change your beliefs, that is fighting against these programs that we have in our mind, and that is how changing the perception of the situation that you are living. This is a way of changing your beliefs. We can change them. We are so attached to our beliefs, so attached to them, that we defend them. And we always, if it is necessary, we argue with people to defend our beliefs. And in fact, our beliefs affects 100% the way that we live and we see life. So next time that you are in a bad situation in life, or even if you had it in the past, try to think of the situation in a way that, what I can learn from this, what can I learn from this situation, what is teaching me. I try to apply this. It's very difficult, but I try to apply this in my life all the time. I have changed that. I have changed this thought of, oh, I don't like this situation, I don't like situations. So every time that something happens to me that I'm not happy with, I try to see it as what is the universe trying to teach me with this? What is what I have to learn from this? And always try to go on the side of your heart. Try to listen to your heart more than your mind. Try to use love to understand the situation more than the ego, because the ego blocks us so much that it's much more difficult to change the perception. Okay? But if you see the situation and you say to yourself, okay, I want to know what is what I have to learn from this situation. From the bottom of my heart, I really want to learn and see what this situation is teaching me. When you open yourself like that, you're using your own love to understand life, to understand what is happening to you. And when you do that, your life starts changing. Trust me, your life starts changing, okay? So that's all for today. Hope this video helps you in any way. If you have any comments or any questions, just leave them down the video. You can text me or you can send me a private message if you want to talk about this. Okay, hope you enjoy the video and talk very soon. Bye bye.